Alright, well clearly some snotlings got into the woodwork when I was making the last video and they destroyed the last little bits, the silver and gold at the end of the original breakdown, so I'm having to re-record that now. That is the last game in silver, the breakdown of silver, and all of gold, basically. Thankfully, nobody has played their game in silver or gold yet, so I can re-record it. I'm going to do this in one take though, so because I'm limited on time, so please forgive me for, well, that in general. So, having a look at game number 3 anyway, because we're moving on quickly and without any fear. And I've just realised that I haven't found the thing from Fallen Glory yet. Whoops. Fallen Glory, Fallen Glory, Fallen Glory. Yes, I'm singing to you. Oh, it's going to take me way too long to find it. Okay, I mostly remember, so I'm going to have to do it without doing it word for word. Sorry, Fallen, but I didn't think to look it up before I pressed record. That was silly, wasn't it? Anyway, so having a look at this match then, Radiation Hazard 2-0 against Disciples of Bloodvisor. This is Fallen Glory's Nurgle against Feke's Dwarfs. And Fallen Glory said on turn 2 a failed GFI set the scene for the match. I assume that Dwarfs kept failing GFIs as a result, and something to do with a wizard partway through that let a Nurgling run through and get a score from that. Also, there was a pass from the Dwarfs, which is always good news. And I remember Fallen Glory did say good game to Feke at the end as well, so we'll leave it at that for now. It'll take me too long to find the actual bit. So for the Dwarfs, 11 arm breaks, 1 pass, and Blitzer got man of the match, but didn't level up. For Nurgle, 2 touchdowns, 1 pass, 6 armor breaks, and Nurgle Warrior, leveled up, but no, got MVP but didn't level up. SPP, we've got 10-12 against 12. Okay, that's easy. Having a look at the actual teams then, let's see if I can remember. That makes it even worse. Pretty sure this guard is new. And that's it. I think that's it. So all the dwarves are still alive. There are 13 of them now, which is pretty scary. I think there were 13 anyway, actually. No, I think there were 12. I think he's brought another one. Maybe wrong, though. He can correct me. And we have guard on Troll Slayer, number 1. And I don't remember who the dwarves are playing next week. We'll find out in a moment. And I'm going to do this relatively quickly. I'm not going to do this in as much detail as I originally did, because I'm doing this for the second time, and my focus is now on next week, not on last week. And having a look at Fallen Glory's team, which is actually my opposition team. So we've got... What do we got? Well, we've got an injured Rotter, who is minus movement busted. Yep, that's the only injury he has. I think these tentacles are new. I think that's the only thing that's different in this team. So, tentacles on the Nurgle Warrior. Yeah, that's it for this game. So, having a look... Oh god, which order was I doing it in? I don't remember. We'll do leaderboard first. Whatever order it was in, that's the order we're doing now. So, we got Jackal and Chris J at the top with 1 win and 1 draw apiece. That's Orc Rivertown Brutes, my opponent from last week, and Undead the Living Ones, my opponent later sometime. Then, in joint second place, we've got Nurgle with 1 win, 1 loss, and Feke with 1 win, 1 loss. Radiation Hazard, Disciples of Bloodvisor, the Nurgle and the Dwarf. Dwarfs that I played week 1, Nurgle that I'm playing next week. And then joint first, joint second, joint third. We've got myself with the Stumblers and Gorguts with the Big Uns, the other Orc team, with 1 draw and 1 loss each. I'm actually pretty happy overall with the way the Stumblers have done this season so far. If I can get 1 more decent result, there's a good chance I'm staying up, actually. Not a good chance, but there's a chance I'm staying up if I can get 1 more good result, especially if it's against the right coach. Especially if I can have a good game against Gorguts, actually. That would be good news for my team, but bad news for Gorguts, of course. So, my predictions are a little bit off, I think. I think I had the Orcs and the Dwarves at the top, but we have the Orcs and the Undead. I think I had Undead as an outside chance, though, and Undead are still an outside chance, so at least that. Yeah, I still like Chris J to go up, to be honest. And I like Jackal and maybe Fallen Glory playing off. We'll see how the match goes against me next week. Having a look at next week then, this week now, this is really confusing now, I'm going to be saying all kinds of weird things. So we have the Disciples of Bloodvisor against the Big Uns, Orcs against Dwarves, Fake against Gorguts. We have Radiation Hazard against the Stumblers, Nurgle against the Stumblers, they're not really undead, I can't call them undead. Fallen Glory against myself, the rivalry continues. And the Rivertown Brutes, Orcs, Chris J against the Living Ones, Undead, Jackal. And these two are currently at the top, so this is going to be a key game. Probably like to watch this game if possible. Though now I'm back in Russia, I don't have as much time. So let me know when you're playing. If I do have the time, then I will watch it, and I'll bring on a co-host. We can do the live thingy. Anyway, that's it for silver. Let's have a look at the gold. So, last week in gold, we had Filler Team 1, which of course is a buy for No Fun Dead Allowed, that's Rylock's Lizards, and of course they won 2-1 by admin loss. The Conscripted Peasants from Urban Zorro, the peasant team, I can't even call them a Bretonian team really, went 1-1 against the Real Beastie Boys, this is Yasinde's Chaos, and Top Hat's Purple Misfit Dwarfs went 0-2 against Demoneamon's Blood Frenzied Herd Chaos. Let's have a look at the teams. I've heard not much. I heard something about this game, but I'm not going to find it again, but I'll try and remember roughly what was said. So, starting with Dubai. Let's just see who got the MVP. Obviously the SPP goes, well, it can go a few ways actually. Yeah, both scores went to the same, I think, source, and Clawpom, the Skink, got man of the match. And we don't care about this team. Okie doke. So yeah. Clawpom didn't level up. Let's have a look at Zitindo. What was his name? Something, yeah right. White, yeah right. He's gone up to 55. He's gone from 50 to 55. No, he hasn't. He's gone from 49 to 55. Either way, that's not... That is a level up. Yes, he's been given Mighty Blow. Okay, so Mighty Blow is new on this team. The lizards get even scarier than they were before. And Clawpalm goes from 31 to 51, doesn't it? Is that right? Or am I making that up? I'm pretty sure it goes from... No, there's a middle one, isn't there? No, 31 to 51. Yeah, okay, so no level up. Okay. Nothing new on the side of the Skinks. And let's have a look at the game Conscripted Peasants against the Real Beastie Boys, where they drew 1-1. We had a touchdown, we had 7 armor breaks, we had 1 expulsion for the Peasants, and Lineman got a man of the match but didn't level up, and we got touchdown, 20 armor breaks and 1 expulsion, lots of fouling in this game, or at least some fouling in this game, for you with the MVP, who did level up from his MVP. What I heard from Urban Zorro was that they both scored in the opposite drive. They both failed their own drive and they scored in the opposition drive. So bad play in their own drive led to each team scoring, basically. That's what I heard from this game. The Wizard played a part as well, and that's all I really remember. But there we go. They were the things that were basically said. Next week I'll do this better, because I won't have to re-record it, hopefully. So we got 10, and we got 18. Having a look at the teams then. So we got 2 linemen out. One is missed next game. And we got 3 linemen out, sorry, I missed that one. One is Nigel. And the last one, Dirty Peasant. The MVP is also missed next game. I think he was MVP anyway. No, he wasn't. I'm making that up. He wasn't MVP at all. He's new. It was his first game and he's out. Okie doke. Is there anything new here? I think there's one more wrestle. I don't think we had 3 wrestle before. I think we had 2. Though I may be wrong looking at the numbers. And there may be a new dirty player. Maybe one of these new... One of these players is a new dirty player, hard to say. And there are actually 3 linemen without dirty player, would you believe it? An extra peasant is at the top, that's nice. Okay, well that's it for the conscripted peasants, and having a look at the Real Beastie Boys, you leveled up, you listening right now. No, this you. And he got plus strength. That's pretty big. And anything else? Looking at it, there's nothing. Maybe this piece got wrestle. Maybe he didn't have that before. It's quite plausible. I don't remember. I was better at this the first time, funnily enough. But it's been too long now. Yeah, I think we got this wrestle and this strength up. I think they're the 2 level ups we have from this game. That's it for game number 2 then. And moving on to game number 3, which was Blood Frenzied Herd against Purple Misfits. Top Hat Demoniemon. I actually heard about this after from Demoniemon, but he only really focused on the deaths, so I'm not going to look at that one. It's a bit of a negative review of the game, so I'm going to leave that alone. Now, I'm not saying he was salty at all, he didn't say anything bad, but that's the only thing he really said, so I won't go into any detail. So we have 27 armor breaks, 1 expulsion, and Longbeard leveled up with MVP. 2-0 to Blood Frenzy Herd, of course. And Blood Frenzy Herd got 2 touchdowns, 3, count them, 3 deaths, and 7 armor breaks. I mean, 27 armor breaks, that's just painful. It looks like Top Hat was trying to completely murder the team, and Demoniemon was having none of that, and he decided to win, so that's kind of the best result for Demoniemon, to be honest, even though he comes out with a lot of deaths. You know, he came with a very solid victory, so congrats for keeping your head. And 1 expulsion, so there was fouling on both sides. Having a look at the SPP then, we got 13, 15, 19 against 11. And having a look at the teams, I don't think that... what is this? Juggernaut. I don't think that Juggernaut was there before. And that might be it. I think that is it. So I think Juggernaut is the only new thing, though I may be wrong. And Juggernaut on a Minotaur, so very nice. And having a look at the Fowly Dwarves. Actually, no, maybe the only expulsion was the Death Roller when I think about it. Anyway, we have a Troll Slayer out, and Troll Slayer is out with minus strength that isn't showing here. Ah, because he has plus strength, I see. So the strength has gone back to normal. That kind of sucks. Yeah, he's got a lot of bloat on that piece now. Well, I don't know, I'd probably get rid of him if it was me, but it's all your call, of course. And is there anything else that's obviously new? This dodge, I'm pretty sure, is new. Dodge on a dwarf is always fun, especially on a Troll Slayer. That's pretty impressive, actually. And I think that's all we got. I think the rest is the same as it was before. This team looks almost... No, it doesn't look as disgusting as my dwarf team, to be fair, but it still looks like a pretty horrible dwarf team to face, so... Yeah, pretty standard build, though. Okie doke. That's it for game number 3. That's it for all the games, then. Let's do the leaderboard first, because that's the way I did it with Silver. So, we have Lizardman at the top with 2 wins. One of them is a bye, though, but still. He's up there with 2 wins. The Real Beastie Boys have a win and a draw, putting them in 2nd place. I think the win was the bye as well, or no? Let's just check that before I'm making that up. Yeah, the win was the bye as well. So, 1 draw, 1 win with the bye, 2 wins with the bye. The Blood Frenzied Herd from Demoniemon have a win and a loss. The Conscripted Peasants have 2 draws. Urban Zorro is just drawing this season. It's obviously his thing this season. Let's see if we can go all draws, Urban. That'd be pretty funny. I don't know if I said that in Steel or if I said that in this, so if I said it in Steel, sorry. If I didn't, then I've said it for the first time. Nah. And the Purple Misfits Top Hat have gone 1 draw, 1 loss, and then at the bottom, of course, is the bye team, but the bye team isn't being played by Fallen Glory, it's just a admin team, so don't judge Fallen Glory. No judging. And having a look at the matches for next week then, this week, Jesus. The Dwarfs have the bye. That's bad news, actually. That gives them a chance to get a lot of gold, to get a good, solid level up on a couple of dwarfs. Yeah, that's a good time for the dwarfs to get it. That may actually give them... Where are they at the bottom? They're at the bottom, yeah. That may actually get them up from the bottom. And Blood Frenzied Herd Demoniemon against the Conscripted Peasants Urban Zorro. if the game against Purple Misfits was a fouling-heavy game that led to the 3 deaths, then I think Demoniemon is going to struggle to keep his cool against the Conscripted Peasants, because they're a fouling team as well. Though, I have faith in Demoniemon, so I can see this still being a draw. I have faith in Urban Zorro's ability to hold a team to a draw, but I have faith in Demoniemon's ability to come through and actually get something out of a game where he is getting frustrated. So I can see some frustration coming, potentially, but I can see him coming away with at least a draw here. Though if I had to pick a winner, then I would pick Demoniemon over Urban Zorro, just because of the team builds. And then, kind of the big one in this league, I guess. The real Beastie Boys face off, Ysinde face off against Rylok's No Fun Dead Allowed. And I like Rylok to win gold still, but I thought that his biggest competition was Ysinde, so he needs to win this game, realistically, or at the very least draw it. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, that's it for the breakdown, finally. I've got it done in 2 bloody pieces, so sorry that I had to make it into 2 pieces in the end. I did originally do it in 1, it was fine, it was great, it was fantastic, it was the best piece of artwork I'd ever done, but you're never going to see it. No, it wasn't that good, but it was fine. Anyway, that's it for this week. I just realised... Why do I realise now that I didn't actually change to the gold symbol? Oh my god. Okay, well, I'll change the gold. I'll put the gold symbol in the description, but obviously I've been talking about gold for the last 3 games, so... Yeah, the first one was so much better. Anyway, hopefully next week will be better. Keep giving me your rundowns. So far the rundowns have been fantastic, by the way. I'm actually going to have a look at a couple of games after this. So thank you very much for doing that. It's been very helpful. And I'll see you all pitchside, in Discord. I'll see you all somewhere. Bye for now.